Hi guys, it is the saltiest escargot here. Today I am going to tell you a great short history story of a German Nazi Party member. You might be thinking, what story of a German Nazi Party member would be a good story? Well, here's an anomaly. John Heinrich Ditlev Rabe, or John Rabe, was a German businessman and Nazi Party member who is best known for his efforts to stop the atrocities of the Japanese army during the Nanking occupation and his work to protect and help the Chinese civilians during the event. The Nanjing Massacre, or Rape of Nanjing, was an episode of mass murder and mass rape committed by Japanese troops against the residents of Nanjing during the Second Sino-Japanese War. In the postal romanization system used at the time, the city's name was transliterated as Nanking, and the event called the Nanking Massacre or Rape of Nanking. The massacre occurred over a period of 6 weeks starting on December 13, 1937, the day that the Japanese captured Nanjing. During this period, soldiers of the Imperial Japanese Army murdered Chinese civilians and disarmed combatants who numbered an estimated 40,000 to over 300,000. Born in Hamburg on November 23, 1882, Rabe pursued a career in business and went to Africa for several years. In 1908 he left for China, and between 1910 and 1938, he worked for the Siemens AG China Corporation in Mukden, Peking, Shenzhen, Shanghai and later Nanjing. The Nanking Safety Zone, which he helped to establish, sheltered approximately 200,000 Chinese people from slaughter during the massacre. The Westerners who remained behind established the Nanking Safety Zone, which was composed of a score of refugee camps that occupied an area of about 3.4 square miles. The safety zone was bordered by roads on all four sides, and had an area of approximately 3.86 square miles. This is approximately the same size as Central Park in New York. He officially represented Germany and acted as senior chief of the European American establishment that remained in Nanjing. According to Rabe, the Nanking Massacre killed 50,000 to 60,000 civilians. Rabe and his zone administrators tried frantically to stop the atrocities. Modern estimates vary, but some put the number of murdered civilians as high as 300,000. Rabe's attempts to appeal to the Japanese by using his Nazi Party membership credentials only delayed them, but that delay allowed hundreds of thousands of refugees to escape. The documentary Nanking credited him for saving the lives of 250,000 Chinese civilians. Other sources suggest that Rabe rescued between 200,000 and 250,000 Chinese people. On February 28, 1938, Rabe left Nanking. He first traveled to Shanghai and then back to Germany. He took with him a large number of source materials documenting the atrocities committed by the Japanese in Nanking. Rabe showed films and photographs of Japanese atrocities in lecture presentations in Berlin and wrote to Hitler to use his influence to persuade the Japanese to stop any further inhumane violence. As a result, Rabe was detained and interrogated by the Gestapo, and his letter was never delivered to Hitler. Due to the intervention of Siemens AG, Rabe was released. He was allowed to keep evidence of the massacre, excluding the film, but was not allowed to lecture again or write on the subject. On January 5, 1950, Rabe died of a stroke. In 1997 his tombstone was moved from Berlin to Nanjing, as it is now, where it received a place of honor at the Massacre Memorial Site. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment and a like below. For more videos, please do not hesitate to subscribe.